Hi there, I'm Holly McDonald with the Costa Mesa Pod, where we discuss all things concerning the lifestyle, businesses, and activities that make our area such a great place to live. Today I'm with Dr. Corrin of House of Chiropractic. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so share with everybody a little bit about your business, what got you started, and why you chose to serve the Huntington Beach, Costa Mesa, kind of coastal communities area.
Yeah, this area is really near and dear to my heart. I'm actually from the East Coast. My parents are both chiropractors, so I grew up over there. I grew up in chiropractic, and my parents always told me to go where I wanted to live, where I wanted to be, where I wanted to build my community. So when I finished chiropractic school, I got in my car, I drove across the country, and I started out here and said, we're just going to figure it out. And I traveled all over Southern California, just trying to figure out where I wanted to land. I lived in Huntington, I lived in San Diego, and then I really wanted to move back to Orange County because I love the energy here, I love the people here, I love the environment and the Southern California lifestyle. So I just found that this was the place for me.
Awesome. So I didn't know you were from the East Coast. I am too. Where are you from?
I'm from a small town outside of Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how
We're
about
not
you?
far from each other. I was from New Jersey.
Oh, really?
So just across, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Were you closer to the Jersey side or more inland?
More inland.
Okay.
Small town in the middle of nowhere. There's
Yeah.
nothing out there. Our closest grocery store was a good 30, 45 minutes away. So
gosh.
that's the lifestyle that I'm from over there, and I knew that I wanted to be more in a busier area, and California was that place for me.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, we have everything within like 5 minutes right now, so
Yeah.
that's a big shift.
Absolutely.
So your parents were in chiropractors, and why did you decide to follow in that line of work?
I tried a little bit of everything. I was actually born on a chiropractic campus while my parents were in chiropractic school. So the first few years of my life, I spent going to classes with them.
Oh, wow.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
And then I could answer the phones at their office before I could walk and talk at that point. And I always felt called to do this. I always say chiropractic, it's not what I do, it's just really who I am as a person. So I tried everything. I tried getting into law, I tried to get into all of these different avenues, but I was always drawn back to chiropractic. I just know that it's where I'm supposed to be.
That's great. Like, you found your calling really, really early.
Really young. Yeah, absolutely.
So I wanted to know a little bit about with what you do and the lifestyle that we have here in Southern California. It's a very active lifestyle. We have a lot of surfers, we have a lot of sports and skateboarding and all of that. So does that play a role in your business?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. And I think people here are much more open to health and wellness and taking care of their body. Chiropractic is really preventative care. A lot of people use it when they're in pain, but it would be so much better if we could just start getting your body and your alignment in the right place to keep you out of pain and prevent those issues down the line. We all have cars. They all need their tires aligned every now and then, right?
Yeah.
So why is it such a foreign concept for people to need an adjustment every now and then? Shouldn't we take better care of our bodies than we do our vehicles?
Yeah.
So if you think about all the things we're doing, we're running, we're skateboarding, we're doing all of these different things, it throws your body out of alignment, and then it affects your nerve health in a lot of different ways. And people feel that through the pain that they're having.
Yeah.
But those nerves that get pinched, actually only 5% of them are in charge of pain. The other 95% are in charge of how you function. So if you're waiting till the point that that nerve is causing pain, you have been in dysfunction in your life for so many years before that. It would have been so much more advantageous to keep your body moving, your alignment good, feeling good, and not wait for the pain to come up. So it's a great area for people that want to be preventative with their health, keep their body aligned. That way they can just keep doing what they love without pain.
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit of like what came first, the chicken or the egg in that regard, because I imagine that if you have something maybe subconsciously that's leading toward potential pain because you're out of alignment, then that might inhibit you from continuing doing what you like, and then that could be a perpetual cycle of just getting away from what you actually like to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I talk to people about on their first visit in the office. What are your goals? What do you want to do again?
Yeah.
I have a lot of 80-year-old men that come in the office, 70s and 80s, and they want to get back to golfing. So we create a plan for them to be able to do what they want to do. And I can tell you I've had 80-year-olds that we've been able to not only stand straight, walk better, not fall, but get back into golfing. So whatever it is that someone's trying to do, I always say, your goals are my goals. And that's why I get to do what I do.
That's great. So like if somebody, you say it's preventative, which is fantastic. So if somebody were to come to you, or even just wondering about coming to you, but they don't think they really have any issues, are you saying that it's likely they still probably have some issues?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I've never met someone or worked on someone's body that didn't have a misalignment or a nerve problem in their body somewhere. And the crazy thing that so many people don't know is those misalignments usually start from birth.
Oh.
Birth trauma is one of the biggest traumas we go through in our life. If you think about all the pulling on that little baby's head, that's pounds of pressure happening on their neck at such a young age, and it creates misalignments in their bones. And that, for them, can create things like colic, constipation, ear infections, immune system issues, all these things that kids experience all the time.
Yeah.
Chiropractic can help with that from the time they're really young so that they grow nice and healthy. And if we don't work on it from the time they're young, then they have chronic issues and misalignments in their body, nerve problems as they get older. So the better you get checked by a chiropractor, the sooner, the better.
I had no idea about that, honestly. Seems like something that should just be part of that whole, plan that you get, like your well check almost, right? Like it seems like something that people should be able to dial into sooner.
Yeah, I think it's important, and so many people have no idea. Unfortunately, it's not something that we preach in this country.
Yeah.
We talk a lot about how if you're in pain, take that medication, take that injection. Not about, why are you dealing with it? Because those medications or injections, it doesn't really get to the root cause of the issue. It just masks the symptoms.
Yeah.
The problem's still there, and then over time it gets worse and worse. So what I do is really trying to get to the root cause of what is causing the pain or the dysfunction for somebody.
Are there other countries that are more promoting of the benefits of chiropractic?
That's a really good question. I'm not sure. There's in China, for example, in Japan, they have a lot more acupuncture, more chiropractic, different types of medicine where they don't really believe in traditional medicine
more
as
like
much
natural.
as we do. Yeah, most countries are more natural in their approach. And I would say America is the most modernized in their medicine and more medically focused than almost any other country out there. And that's our perspective. So I'd say most other countries have a very different natural perspective versus our country.
But then I feel like in Southern California, maybe California in general, there does seem to be a little bit more openness to the different self-care and just treatments and wellness industry.
Absolutely. And it's been such a great place to start a practice.
Imagine.
It's been amazing to connect with people and get to educate them and talk to them about how it's so helpful, if they're coming in with back pain, but also for their kids and for their grandmas and how your whole family can benefit from working on your spine and your alignment.
I'm curious, now that you mentioned you're from the East Coast and we were just chatting about like the differences in perspectives. So obviously your parents have had a thriving practice, but do you think it's easier in some regards being in this Southern California lifestyle to find people that are receptive and open to coming to you for treatment versus maybe like a small town in central Pennsylvania?
Yeah, that was one of the big reasons I moved here. Being from Pennsylvania, I lived in Florida and Georgia. I've lived all over the country. But California has definitely a different perspective. People really care about investing in their health now, and I think that people on this side of the country realize, you can invest in your health now or you have to pay for your sickness later.
Ooh.
And the choice is really yours. And I think California does a great job at trying to be preventative and proactive. So it's been great to connect with people that have that same mindset and understanding.
Yeah. Well, and also, so I know you mentioned kind of the different age ranges that you work with and how people are, maybe bringing their grandparents in or whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, with people that live longer tend to be more health conscious and whatnot. So the older you live, though, the more likely you are that your body's going to come out of alignment and need additional help. So is that something with like the age ranges? Do you really treat from like birth to 100 plus?
Yeah. I think my oldest patient was 101
Oh,
or
wow.
102. And my youngest patient, one of my younger ones, came in last week at a week old.
Oh my gosh.
So I see a whole different spectrum, and I practice a lot of different techniques. For young babies, I do very gentle work. I use different techniques and different approaches. For babies, I'm doing adjustments with just like my pinky fingers.
Oh
the
gosh.
tiniest little bits of pressure because
Yeah.
that's all their body needs.
Oh, that's so sweet.
The youngest patient I had in the office recently came in because she couldn't turn her head side to side. So latching was a problem, breastfeeding was an issue. Now mom was having problems
Yeah.
with her breasts. They were worried about needing a tongue tie revision and getting the skin under the tongue cut to be able to have better motion.
Oh.
And after 3 treatments, she was 100%. She
Oh my
could turn her
gosh.
head to both sides. That means she didn't have any flatness on one side of her head. We just avoided, surgery and so many bigger issues for this baby that I saw 3 times.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that's one side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And then a lot of my patients that are in their 80s, they're in because they're falling a lot. And they've had pain for years, but they've done what they thought is everything right. They've seen their medical doctor, they've gotten in the injections, they've taken the meds. But I work on a lot of spinal degeneration issues
Okay.
for them. So that's the process of restructuring their spine to fix their posture, fix their issues, fix their nerve health. So yeah, no matter what you're dealing with, my goal was to be able for people to bring their moms, their kids, their grandmas, their dads into the office and know that they're going to get a very different approach depending on where they're at, where their spine and their nervous system health is at.
Amazing. And then like for yourself, I mean, I know that you like CrossFit and doing stuff outside and being active as well.
Yeah.
Are you able to treat yourself? Do you have trusted professionals that treat you?
I wish every day I wish I could adjust myself. I have some great chiropractors, which are amazing.
Yeah.
The area I'm in, I probably have 2 or 3 chiropractors walk by every week. We adjust each other. We take care of each other.
Oh my gosh.
I've been adjusted every week of my life since I was born. My first adjustment was the day I was born, believe it or not.
Your parents?
Yes. Yeah. My mom and my dad gave me my first adjustment as soon as I was born.
Oh my gosh.
So I've been adjusted every week, if not twice a week, my whole life. That's important for me because I have such a physically demanding job. I've got
Yeah.
to take care of myself. But I wish I could adjust myself. That'd make things a lot easier.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're on your feet a lot, so, and you're literally like contorting, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I do a lot of chiropractic, a lot of acupuncture. I do a lot of preventative health. I don't go to a medical doctor. I can't think the last time I have. There's no need for me. If I have an issue, I'm getting adjusted, I'm boosting my immune system, I'm sleeping, taking my vitamins,
Yeah.
and doing what I need to do to stay healthy. And I tell people I'm glad I get to keep people on the healthcare side of things, and I try very hard to keep people away from sick care
Yeah.
because that is it's a whole different avenue, and my goal for people is to just allow them to stay healthy, keep their families healthy.
No, I love that. And so, how do you really spread the word about that to people? Because it is a different mindset for
Yeah.
some people who think, oh, I'm only going to go to doctor or seek treatment when I have to.
Yeah.
So how do
absolutely.
you spread that word out there?
I think the main thing for me with patients is meeting them where they're at. There's some people that aren't able to see that right away, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But as they see the changes that are happening in their body, in their life, or in their partners, or in their kids, that's really where the belief and seeing the belief comes in for them.
Yeah.
So, and then once they see the power of chiropractic in their own life, they spread that to their friends and family, and we get so many family members, friends that are coming in because they're like, they've had amazing results. Their kids don't have, they don't need antibiotics anymore. They
Yeah.
don't need inhalers anymore. They're healthy, they're well, they're feeling better, they're moving better. I want what they're having. And then I can talk to them about how chiropractic can change their life too.
Yeah, and I know you guys have done some great events and whatnot at your space, and you have
Yeah.
a very collaborative environment where you're based. You're right over in Peters Landing.
Yeah, Peters Landing in North Huntington Harbor area.
Beautiful
Yeah.
area. I mean, I feel like just being surrounded by all of that beauty and nature makes you want to take care of yourself more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. I wanted people to come in and leave feeling better than when they started.
Yeah.
And so often when you go to the medical doctor, you know, the receptionist is sitting behind plexiglass. It's like, give me your ID, give me your insurance.
Yeah.
You're waiting 2 hours and you leave and you feel like shit.
Yeah.
And you're prescribed a bag of drugs that you don't know if they're going to work. But in our office, you get a view of the boats and the marina and natural sunlight. We have a lot of natural wood in the space, you know,
Yeah.
just trying to get grounded and feel good and let your nerve and your nerve system work better.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful there. So seems like that is doing the trick for a lot of your clients. What else would you say is something that you want people to know about your specialty? Or like what makes your office, your practice different from others that are out there? Because there are a lot of chiropractic options out there.
Yeah. That was a big reason why I moved here. So when I came out here to do my residency, we call it a preceptorship.
Okay.
I went and saw a lot of different chiropractors, and I felt like a lot of them didn't hit the mark.
Okay.
The schools out here are very different than the chiropractic schools on the East Coast. On the East Coast, we have a lot of philosophy, a lot of belief in why we do what we do.
Okay.
And it's just different out here. A lot of chiropractors here, they actually don't x-ray, which is pretty mind-blowing to me. Because let's say you went to a dentist and wanted to get a tooth pulled, they'd probably x-ray you, right?
Yeah.
So then why in the world would you let a chiropractor move bones in your body without an x-ray? That probably wouldn't make sense.
I've never been to a chiropractor actually, so this is very eye-opening to me because that would be the first thing I would think they would do.
Yeah. And that's what we do at the office.
Yeah.
So that's a
But you're saying that's what you do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
And a lot of people here, most don't do that, unfortunately. And then you miss things and you don't get to really see the spine or really get to see how the nerves are being affected in the spine.
Yeah.
So that's why I wanted to come out here because I felt like we needed a better standard of chiropractic on the West Coast.
Got
and
it.
I wanted to bring that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where can people find you? I mean, we know where your physical location is over at Peters Landing.
Yeah.
But where can people find out more about you? I know you've got a great Instagram. What else you got?
You can find us on Instagram without a doubt. Our office is thehouseofchiro.com. And we're in Peters Landing, so we're right in between Huntington and Long Beach. So we still have a lot of patients that come from LA, a lot of patients that are local to Orange County, and we're right on the water in the marina there. So you can find us at Peters Landing.
And people can reach out to you if they want even just to consult and get more feedback on whether or not seeing you would be beneficial.
Absolutely.
It sounds like it would be beneficial for anybody, of course.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first appointment that they have in the office with us, we do a full posture scan and a posture analysis.
Oh.
We talk about getting some x-rays done of the spine to see what's going on. And we do some additional treatments like laser therapy treatments. We have massage therapy in the office. So we have a lot of different things to help with whatever someone might be dealing with and what brings them in.
Well, and you're like the perfect business card because your posture is perfect. But I guess that's what happens when you've been being like readjusted every week since birth. So
Yeah, I hope so.
yeah. You know, you have a really great presence. So you can tell that you're living a healthy lifestyle. And it's so awesome that you wanted to bring that standard to give people a better experience and like live their best life here. Because we live in a great place. I mean, do you like Orange County?
I love Orange County.
Are you ever going back to Philly?
No, absolutely not. I love it, but I'm never moving back. I think I'll be here until I die.
That's what I say about the East Coast too. So,
It's a great life.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. This was so fun.